welcome to Resting Binge Face, where two friends binge watch seasons of TV shows and we talk about it. I'm Adam McCoy.
And I'm Amanda Kathleen. Adam and I work in TV. We watch a lot of TV. Much like Dawson's Creek, if we were in high school, Friday nights, we would just
Watch TV.
watch TV. Yeah, it was pretty much us.
Yeah.
That leads us into what we're watching this week. Dawson's Creek Season 1 to finish our back-to-school special.
I'm so glad it's over.
Adam cannot wait for this episode to
For
be
last week to be
over.
over while I was watching the show.
So, Adam, do you have some knowledge to drop for Dawson's Creek?
I do. Everyone knows about Dawson's Creek.
Everyone knows about Dawson's Creek.
I honestly had never seen an episode.
Never have.
I take that back. I'd seen a few episodes later that came on, like on TV.
Right.
But did you know who created the show?
I do not know who created the show.
So, from the mind that
mind.
brought you Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Scream 2. Scream 3.
What?
The Faculty.
What?
Teaching Mrs. Tingle.
Shut up.
Kevin Williamson comes Dawson's Creek.
No!
Yes. So, Kevin Williamson. So, he was asked after Scream came out. The producer said, "Hey, do you have any ideas for a TV show?" And he's like, "Well, I have this story about me and my friends in high school. Maybe we could do that." So, this Dawson is literally Kevin Williamson, the guy who created Scream. That's him. That's who he is.
Oh,
He's based on him.
okay.
He drew directly from his life as a teen. He said he was obsessed with Steven Spielberg.
Right.
He wanted to make movies, and he really lived in a place where his neighbor, Fanny was her name, would take a boat to his house
Oh, okay.
and watch movies
Yeah.
in his bedroom, stay the night, just like Dawson's Creek.
Oh, jeez.
A little difference, which plays out in the show, I think, a little bit, is Kevin is gay.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a little
having
different.
a 15-year-old girl
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
with you as a guy when you're gay is not the same thing as having a 15-year-old girl sleep in your bed,
Right.
which was weird. I'm going to say that.
It's 100% weird.
But it makes a lot more sense. You're like, oh, the guy's gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But why couldn't they make Dawson gay? That would have been great, like, subplot.
I don't know.
He could have been like, Joey, I don't love you because I'm gay.
I think maybe at that time, the lead of the show, maybe not.
I guess.
They did bring a gay character in season 2.
Oh, well, that's not that far away.
Yeah, so you just have to wait a little bit. So his real life friend was named Fanny, but he gave her the name Joey, like a tomboy name, as like a private shout out to his sexuality. And he never thought he'd actually be able to get to write for a gay character, a gay storyline, but that was actually happened in season 2.
Okay.
So I guess he was living vicariously by calling her Joey. Like
He was pretending to be Joey.
I can pretend it's a guy.
Right.
So that's how he wrote for that part of that way. I thought was interesting is James Van Der Beek was not cast until the day before production started. He was the last one to be cast.
Really?
So Dawson was the last actor.
Wow.
And Joshua Jackson originally auditioned for Dawson's role.
Ooh.
And they thought about it, but then they said, "Hey, why don't you try out for Pacey too?"
Right.
And they
He's got more of an edge.
Yeah, I think it was a
fits
good
more as
casting choice
Pacey.
for that.
Yeah.
And on a final little bit of information, which would change the whole course of the show. The original song for the show was going to be Alanis Morissette's "Hand in My Pocket" was going to be the original song, but they couldn't get the rights for it.
Oh, I
So
don't know if
think
I
about
like that for that.
I know, isn't that weird? Like that's so iconic with
Yeah.
the show, right? But if you think about it and listen to the song, you could kind of see it, maybe.
I guess.
But that was the original song they wanted for it.
Oh,
But
That
that's
would've
what
been a
everybody
totally
makes fun of
different
is
show.
now the song.
I know.
So maybe it's a good thing it didn't happen. That's just some of the facts of the show.
Those are just some of the Dawson facts.
It's really more about Kevin Williamson, which I thought was interesting. I had no
That's
idea
very
that
interesting.
he wrote these they were horror teen comedy-esque.
Yeah. I mean, there is one episode in the first season that's a tribute to.
Yes. Oh, and
for
on a
Halloween.
side note, so I Know What You Did Last Summer was released just 3 months before the show aired.
Oh.
And they shot every episode of that show before it ever aired. So the entire season was shot.
Uh-huh.
In the show, you'll notice there are I Know What You Did Last Summer
There is, yeah.
stuff and Scream posters up
There
in the
is,
room,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
kind of funny, I guess. But they already had props from the movie.
Right.
So they had props from the movie in his room. If you look through, you can see some props from those movies. So
A reason to go back, Adam?
yeah. Nope, not at all. That's what the internet's for, Amanda.
Okay. Well, Adam's done dropping knowledge on us. I'm not doing spoilers because the show's so old. I mean, literally, I think Adam and I were the only two that haven't seen it.
And there's literally nothing to spoil.
There's nothing to spoil.
I mean, the way the show ended and there's 4 more seasons. I doubt that's the way the
There's
show
6
ended.
seasons.
I said, okay.
So there's 5 more after
5 more seasons. So the first season's just a wash anyway. From what I was reading, not everyone's favorite season anyway. Apparently it got better as the show went on. From what I've read.
Right.
I'm not going to test that theory.
Right.
But according to people, other seasons are better than the first.
Okay. I feel like that's terrible though, because the first one should be good, get you in.
Yeah.
And then like the middle ones maybe can be kind of sucky. Whatever.
Well, what's funny is he left the show after the first season, the creator.
Oh, maybe
so
that's why
that's why it got better.
So, overview of Dawson's Creek, Season 1. We introduced to Dawson, who's played by James Vanderbeek. He lives by a creek. Joey, his female BFF, who is Katie Holmes and secretly in love with him. Pacey is his boy BFF, down to earth, doesn't give a fuck.
A little bit of a troublemaker.
Joshua Jackson. And then Jen, who's played by Michelle Williams, who's new in town. She's the new girl. Everyone loves her.
From the big city, New York.
From the big city.
Mm-hmm.
Together, their powers combined, they are
teen
Dawson's
drama.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
In the first season, they're sophomores.
Yes.
Sophomores.
15-year-old, just like Riverdale.
Just like Riverdale.
15, sophomore year.
Apparently, sophomore is a big year.
It's the prime time for TV shows.
Because it gives you a couple years, and then you got to switch to college.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gives a shit about freshman year.
No.
Except Judd Apatow.
Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look what that got him. Should have started off
millions of dollars.
Should have started off that sophomore year. So, Adam, what'd you think about Dawson's Creek?
I'm going to go on a limb and say this is my least favorite show of every show we've binged.
Of
every show we've binged.
Are you going to tell me Riverdale's better than Dawson's Creek?
I am going to say it is, yes.
Oh!
And that's painful for me to admit, but yes. First episode alone, if you compare the first episode of Riverdale.
That first episode was so
painfully bad and slow, and what is going on?
I don't understand. I love James Vanderbeek, and I think he's very funny.
Now?
No, now, but like also like, if you watch Varsity Blues, he's a really good actor. But like that first episode, I don't know if it's him or the director, but like he is painful to watch.
It could be that he started the day before production and didn't even know what was going on. So
true.
He was a little out of his element, I think.
I was like, he is painful to watch. Talk about awkward, man.
Yeah. It was a rough watch. But I think also because he was writing it from his life.
Yeah.
And if he was a gay man or
it
doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
Honestly,
that's why.
if they would have just made Dawson gay and like that whole thing, like Dawson could have come out in like second season, but he could have been like, Joey, there's a reason why I'm not in love with you.
I'm in love with Pacey.
Right. Like that would have been better because I see him as like I could see that. I could see Dawson as a gay closeted gay man. I could see that.
In a Spielberg closet, just staying in there.
Staying in there.
Yeah, I think, and I didn't read this about the creator until after I watched the first half of the season.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah,
but it was so weird. Just his character, I did not get at all in the first.
No.
I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. But everything he went through and the way he was acting, I'm like, I don't get that. I don't follow this.
Right.
And I don't understand how you are the protagonist of the story.
Right. We both gone to film school, and like you have like that one kid in your grade that's obsessed with a filmmaker and like talks way too much about him.
Yeah.
So the entire time watching it, I'm like, you're annoying as fuck, Dawson.
Yeah.
I was like, shut up.
We get it.
We get it. You like film.
Can you say Spielberg one more time?
You work at a video store. We get it. Everything's compared to a film. You want romanticized everything. We understand it.
See, that's a good side character.
Yeah.
In a show.
Not a lead.
Not a lead.
No. I mean, take it from Scream.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, there you go. Little Jamie Kennedy.
Side action.
A dash of Jamie Kennedy.
He's only there to point out stuff and give you information.
Yeah.
Not a lead character. And like the whole Joey and Dawson dynamic was just like, we get it. Everyone's like, Dawson, don't you understand Joey loves you? I'm like, I'm pretty sure he 100% understands that because every episode we go through, Joey's like, Dawson.
What is this?
What is this?
What are we doing?
And Dawson's like, you're my best friend, Joey. Come on. Like, we get it. we get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she does the pageant and she's all pretty, and Dawson's like, wow, she's so pretty. I'm in love with her now.
I hated that so much. I hated the whole the trope of Katie Holmes' character Joey being like, I know I'm not pretty. I'm gonna put my hair up. Now I'm pretty. It's like, you don't look any different.
First of all, one, you didn't have any glasses on.
Yeah, you got if you're gonna pull it off, at least
you
have
didn't
glasses
like
on.
wear ponytails all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously it doesn't work like that. You're obviously pretty. We all know this.
Tom Cruise knows it.
Everyone
knows it.
Jamie Foxx knows it.
Jamie Foxx knows it. Yeah.
You're pretty.
That was an annoying part for me. How hard they pushed that storyline. She's just not.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not.
I know I'm not. Yeah. Jen's storyline where she's like, I know I'm really cool, but I'm not cool. Like, I just want to be me.
Like, you're not cool.
Yeah, I have sex, but like, I just want to be left alone, but also I need attention. Although I will say I like out of all of them, Michelle Williams is probably the better actor out of all of them.
Oh, acting wise, yes,
yeah.
I'll buy that.
Even though some of her storylines were like really bad.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably the better actor out of all of them.
I'll give it that. Joshua Jackson.
Although I do like Joshua Jackson.
Yeah.
He's got a good comedic.
I think Vanderbeek was the worst actor.
Yeah.
In
out of the
season
whole
one.
series.
I haven't seen the other ones, but he was definitely the worst.
He was.
It was. And then, you flash forward to the ugly cry that he does later on in the show. Which apparently was an ad lib that wasn't supposed to be in there. And that's why it looked so painful. He was like, I got to make myself cry. It was on the spot. They're like, yes, go with it.
Go for it. They did give you a shout out, Mighty Duck shout out in the Breakfast Club episode.
My favorite part of the show. Emilio Estevez in those Mighty Ducks movies, those are great.
Those are great. I was like, oh, Adam's going to love this.
That was my favorite. I have that written down. My favorite part of the entire series was that one.
Was that one line?
1 8-second clip.
I hated the storyline between Pacey and the teacher. Like, that was really painful.
Yeah.
Because she was obviously really a lot older than him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like Riverdale where, like, she could be like
30.
Right. Like, she could be like 5 years older than him just starting or whatever. This woman's like, they said she was 36. I was like, she looks like she's 40.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's like going out with a 15-year-old. I was like, this is painful.
And his character's blatancy of like walking into the classroom, hitting on her in the first couple episodes in front of everybody.
Everyone.
And talking about things.
Yeah.
Like, play it cool, man. What are you trying to do?
I mean, but they got into it real quick. Like, all she did was come rent a video, and then all of a sudden they're making out. I'm like, you desperate.
Yeah.
Like, you can't find anybody in that town.
If you get hit in the face in a movie theater,
right,
it seals the deal. Every time.
Automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that theater was like, is there only like one theater?
It's a small town.
Just one showing.
One showing.
Come on in. We're just showing that one showing.
After school, probably 7:00 show was the only one you could get to around that time. Yeah, that's what time it was.
That's a really small town.
Well, they boat around. They don't even drive.
They only have one ambulance. They only have one ambulance. Can't go pick up a pregnant woman.
Nope.
I'm like, there's no one with a car. You can't drive.
You can't get in the backseat of a car.
Joey's pregnant ass sister too.
By the way, she's pregnant by a black man. If you didn't notice
If you didn't know that, the only black man in Cape, what's it, Cape?
Something.
Cape Town.
Yeah, we'll call it that. It's not it, but yeah. So many times I repeated that. I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah.
We get it. And also, Jen's grandma was real religious. She's not that religious. Like, literally, Jen's grandma just goes, hey, Jen, can you come to church with me on Sunday?
Yeah, my husband's dying. Can you go to church with me?
And Jen's like, I'm an atheist.
Bum, bum. And anybody who's had grandparents, you just say,
okay.
And then
you just hold their hand.
Yeah.
They're old.
Why
they
would
don't
you do
know
that?
anything. She's from New York. She's got a big mouth.
That was the only part
Apparently.
of that character that was like ridiculous. You know, when she makes the meal that you hate, you still eat it because you want to be nice to your grandma.
Exactly. Like, wait, why are you going to tell your grandma you're an atheist? I would, like, if my grandma had been like, will you go to church with me and pray with me? I'd be like, sure, grandma, whatever.
Mm-hmm. She offers you ribbon candy. You eat that old ribbon
take it.
candy, even though you don't like it.
You secretly inside your head go, I'm an atheist.
No, man, that's not the way she rolls.
No, she has to blatantly tell her poor grandmother, who doesn't look that old, by the way.
No, well, I was reading that too. She was much younger. They had to like age her up for that role.
Oh yeah, should they put a couple strands of gray hair up in there?
Mm-hmm. They're like, oh yeah, now she looks old.
She looks old now.
I think she's like 45.
I think one of my biggest pet peeves is the dialogue in every episode. Like how you talked about Riverdale.
Yeah, same thing.
I feel like it's like 10 times worse in Dawson's Creek, though.
It is in a more pretentious way.
Yeah.
Not in a clever way.
No.
I agree with that. But that's how most teen dramas are. They're written by adults in their 40s probably. So they don't remember how to write for a 15-year-old. Because a 15-year-old just be like, I don't care.
I don't care. Whatever.
What? I don't think she likes me. I don't think he likes me. He does? Okay.
Instead of saying, Dawson, why do we have to sit in your bedroom watching TV? Because it's so typical of a blah, 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 blah. They would just be like, I don't want to do this. Yeah. Bye.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to come over.
I'm not going to come over. I'm bored watching TV. I'm going to go take a walk.
How much TV do they watch every single week?
They watch a lot.
In his room. That's what bothered me. So them staying in the room. To get back to the point, whenever she said she didn't want to stay in the bed with him.
Right.
And he's like, no, you have to. He almost forced her to.
Right.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Awkward and like, nowadays you couldn't do that.
Right.
And then also every episode it seemed like they end up wrestling on the bed like, after they get like, oh, that's funny. Okay. We see that again?
We get it.
We're going to do it again and again.
Yep.
And then I don't want to be here, but I'll stay anyway.
Yep.
Over and over again.
Over and over again. Do you have any other pet peeves, Adam?
Those are my main ones, really.
I felt like it got a little better towards the end. Like after you get past episode 5, it's like a little more bearable. It's a little more bearable than the first 4 episodes.
Yeah. Again, not my cup of tea as a show, so it was probably more painful for me than you.
Right.
Considering I was the exact age these characters are supposed to be in 98, and I had no desire to watch it, and I made fun of people I knew who watched it.
Right.
It was hard for me to go back and watch. I'm like, well, at least I made the right decision when I was younger.
Right, not to watch it.
This would have been a bad decision. Then it still is.
I did like that Scott Foley was in it.
The dumb jock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was waiting to see more people. I was like, are there going to be other people who you recognize later now?
Well, there's the girl in the Breakfast Club episode with them. She's actually in, I don't know if you've seen the show Undergraduate, which is the second show produced by Judd Apatow, like right after Freaks and Geeks.
Okay.
She's the main star of that. You don't recognize her because she has like red hair in the Undergraduate. But I was like, I know her.
I know that face from somewhere.
And I think down the line, Busy Phillips.
Oh yeah, she comes
into
the show,
it after Freaks and Geeks fails. So
yeah, bring her on board.
She's a predominant, I think, player in that.
What about things that you did like about the show? I don't want to be just shitting on it the entire time. There are people who
honestly, I liked Pacey's character. If I can have more Pacey's character, and like as far as favorite episodes go, I really like just him and Joey going off and doing that science project together. Yeah, because it takes Joey away from Dawson and talking about Dawson. Yeah, and then you can actually see them play off each other. That was nice. Yeah, I was like, this is a nice breath of fresh air. And then it never happens again.
Yeah, he was just like, he was a catalyst for just bad acting. He really was.
Yeah.
I mean, the character, but also just, I think, his acting in it. It's kind of like, it just threw everything off.
It did.
Favorite episode is The Scare.
Oh, because the Halloween episode.
It was very much like the other movies that he made.
It was actually kind of decent.
That was actually kind of enjoyable. It was funny.
Yeah.
It felt like kind of like a little mini Scream. It had some funny parts, and that was good. Definitely my favorite episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Yeah.
How about you? Favorite one?
I liked that one. Probably that one. I also kind of liked the pageant episode.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad.
Because it put Jen and Joey together, which was nice to not see Joey being such a bitch to Jen. Yeah. Because honestly, it's not Jen's fault. Dawson likes her.
Yeah, get over it, man.
Get over it. So that was nice.
A little William Wallace shout out from Braveheart. That was interesting.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson's performance was good. I like that he was trying to do the whole pageant thing.
He didn't even place.
Wow. Who would have saw that coming? So, yeah, those are probably my favorites. See, towards the end, those 2 episodes.
I had more hopes for the detention episode, kind of a Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that great, though.
They were just literally in detention. They didn't do anything.
I was hoping for more of a throwback to Breakfast Club, but it was okay.
Yeah, it was an episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if you like Dawson's Creek. We're just like hating on it, but we're only hating on the first season. So obviously we've heard
that it got better.
It got better. So we believe you.
No, we don't.
So bingeability wise, what would you say?
I'm giving this a 1.
It's pretty rough, man.
It's painful.
It's
I was
real
like, how many
bad.
more? This was definitely the one I had the most problems just continuing to watch.
Yeah.
I had to kind of space it out.
Yeah.
You can have too much of it at a time.
It was rough. And they're like 40 minutes too.
Yeah.
I would say the first, between episode 1 through 5, it was the roughest. And I would say
I will agree with that.
I'll give it like probably like a 2. And then after 5, it was probably jumped up to a 3 because it got a little better.
A little bit. I'm just going to stick with my 1, but you go ahead with yours. You can average yours out to
I'm
a 2?
going to average out to a 2.5.
That's not how averages work.
I'm going to split the difference.
Okay.
From 2 to 3.
Oh, no.
To
That is how average it would work. I thought you said a 1. Never mind.
No.
2 to 3. You are. I retract that previous statement. You are good at math. Apologies.
Yay, I'm good at math.
So I have a question.
You have a question for me?
I do. Yeah. If this were an actual, Dawson's Creek was an actual horror movies in the vein of the creator's original horror movies.
Like if they did Dawson's Creek as a horror movie?
Who would be the character you want to be killed off first?
Oh, Dawson.
Okay.
I don't have to think about it.
It's too easy, right?
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Now, if you tell me the second one,
then it gets tougher.
I would say, it'd have to be between Jen and Joey. I'm not doing this because a female needs to be killed, but I like Pacey more than I like both of them.
Yeah.
So.
If this were, who would you go with?
Maybe Jen, because I feel like Joey has more wherewithal to avoid getting killed.
Yes. Well, if you go by the rules set up by Scream.
Right. Jen's
would
not
be
a
the next
virgin,
one.
so she's going to be next.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I would definitely do. But see, Dawson would go against that, but I would agree. Dawson
right, because
first.
he's a virgin.
Then Jen. And in the movie, Pacey and Joey would survive.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how it would work.
And then they would hook up.
Yeah.
Because that's how that works.
But the first one who would die would be like Dawson's mom.
No, it would definitely be like Scott Foley.
Yeah.
Like the lead captain of the football team making out with another guy, and then they both get killed.
Yeah, that's exactly how it would work.
That's how that works.
Yeah. But I'm glad we're in agreement that of the original 4, Dawson would be the first to go.
Dawson's
Definitely.
getting killed right
Get
away.
him out of here.
I'm sorry. He may have the knowledge and everything about horror movies, but he going down. He going down hard.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like someone would come in. It would be the same. It would be like the Drew Barrymore thing. Like someone would pop into the house with a costume on. He would go, Joey, come on, stop it.
And then he's dead. Exactly.
That's how that would go. So yeah, that's what I pick. So Dawson all the way.
All right. I give your answer an A+.
What's our next binge kind of month theme, Adam?
So Dawson's Creek was on for 6 seasons.
Right.
I didn't particularly like it.
No.
So we're going to flip that and go for one-hit wonders.
Woo!
Shows that critically,
Fantastic.
are good, but they
Right.
only lasted 1 season for whatever reason. So we're going to try to find some of those. And there are a few that I can think of that were
Right.
very well received by fans.
Yeah.
But the networks are like, no, you get 1 season.
Also, it's fitting because all the new shows are going to start coming this fall. Some of those might be some one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
But we won't know until later. But we're going to watch some one-hit
There's
wonders.
nothing worse than finding a show you really like.
Oh, yeah.
And you get excited. That's a good show. And then it doesn't get picked up again.
Nope.
But then you see other crap.
And you're like,
Dawson's
how
Creek,
is this
that
on?
stays on the air for so long.
Honestly. Dawson's Creek stayed on for six seasons, and Arrested Development only got 3. Flipping tables.
How did Rules of Engagement with David Spade stay on the air as long as it did? I mean, that show lasted
I don't
forever.
even know.
Come on.
2.5 Men.
But Community then gets, axed.
They got 6. They got their 6 seasons.
Yeah, eventually.
We just need a movie out now. Thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share. If you guys want to leave us a comment about maybe a one-hit wonder season you want us to binge,
Let us know.
let us know. If Dawson's Creek is your favorite show of all times, please also let us know.
So I can laugh at you. No, I won't. I promise.
Adam won't laugh at you. You can make fun of Adam about how he hates Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. And I know not everyone likes Smallville, so it's not for everybody.
Not for anyone.
Yeah. But, well, it is for me.
You can just take Smallville and stick it in your pocket.
Save it for a rainy day.
Save it for a rainy day. It's no Lewis and Clark. Lois and Clark.
Or Lewis and Clark. They didn't explore it all.
Man, that would have been a great show. Lois and Clark, but actually Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. Waste.
Ideas.
That would have been a one-hit wonder.
Thank you guys, and we will see you bingers next week. Bye.
Bye.